Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Kodash. Shabbat Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elder that came before them with us is truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations all the brothers that pushing the word, the truth, and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To all the Aquat that are listening and learning to be in a pillar of rest. 144,000 to 1/3 the hopeful elect of Israel. Right? Shalom, Shabbat Shalom and salutations to you all. We are watching the adversary, Satan, fall from his heaven, right? Because the earth was given into his hands, that he can go out and deceive the nations, right? Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, and here we are. Now we're watching our adversary, right, fall. This is Luke 10 and 18. We're watching the end of his kingdom right now. Luke 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Satan is the adversary of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And in his human form, okay, it's talking about Esau, the so-called white man. Okay, he's ruling the world right now because the earth was given into his hands pursuant to Job 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24. What does that say? The wicked, who is Esau, right? The Most High gave the world into his hand. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? So we know who this is. Right? We know who covered the faces of the judges thereof. All right? So, what are we doing? We're, let's see, Slovakia. How do I find this? Slovakia, let me look it up on real quick. What is it? Six things, is it 10 things I count happy? What is the 10 things? 9 things I count happy? Slovakia, bear with me for a minute. 9 things. Bear with me. Nine things. So Sirach 25, Slot. Bear with me. Okay, because it's time to rejoice, ye heavens. 26, right? 25, Slot. Okay, so Sirach 25 and 7, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath the joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the what? The fall of his enemy or his adversary. Okay? The what? The fall. Go back to, what is it, Ezekiel? Nope, Salaki. It is Luke. Okay? He said of them, I beheld Satan as lightning what? Fall. From where? From heaven. That was given into his hands, the earth, right? is heaven on earth. He had a short season. Now a short season is up. Now what do we see? We saw his whole world crumbling. He's falling, lightning fast. So what should we be? We should be happy. Okay? In your mind, right? There be 9 things. This is Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. So this is the 10th. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So right now, we should be happy. Why? Because we're alive and we're watching, we're seeing with our own eyes the fall of our enemy, our adversary, the devil, pursuant to Luke 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan fall as lightning. Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Okay? What we're watching is things spiral out of control. All right, so we'll check with Satan right here. Skeletor, who might be a Jake, I don't know. Things got worse, right? Supply ships halted. What does that mean? The supply chain. That means you ain't going to be able to buy nothing at Walmart in a minute. That means that things are spiraling out of control. When the people have no food, they have no resources, you can't go buy nothing. Here comes absolute chaos. China plans for imminent attack. Okay? So that calm before the storm you feel right now, you're like, I feel it. I can feel it in the air that something is about to go down. What you feel, right, and what you're seeing is your adversary, the devil, fall like lightning from heaven. All right, so let's listen to a little bit of this. And he's going to say some things that are very important.
Well, what we have happening here is...
This is Full Spectrum Survival 3 hours ago. What we have happening here is what?
Well, what we have happening here is a little bit bigger of an issue than I thought it was going to be. China stopped exporting, and this is breaking news because of the ability to change the course of this war between Russia and Ukraine. China ceased the exportation of all drones and drone materials that are capable of carrying explosives to the country of Russia. We reached out to a couple of people and asked them, well, why do you think that is? Why is China doing this? Military tacticians and some strategists that we have communications with, they said it's very simple. China plans to take Taiwan soon. They're going to need every propeller. They're going to need every component to be able to blast apart and detonate explosives against American soldiers as soon as they take Taiwan. Now, whether this is part of the reasoning behind Russia meeting with North Korea, whether this is part of what the Russian leader and the North Korean leader talked about and they agreed to, that we really don't know. What we do know is that when that first bullet flies and the first American soldier dies,
what is he going to say next? First American soldier dies. What happens then? Okay. Freefall. Right? When you fall off a building, right? You might slip, you might trip. And then you start that lean, right, over the edge. Right? And it's not until milliseconds. Right? You haven't started free fall yet. Right? But milliseconds into the fall, it becomes free fall.
Everything in your world is going to change.
Okay? Chaos. We're watching. This chaos is the beginning of the end of this place. And the rule of Satan, our adversary, watching him fall. He's saying it himself. He's saying, hey, we can't stop this thing. It's becoming evident we can't stop this war, but it's escalating. What happened today? What happened in Crimea today? What happened in the greater war, right, in Russia, between Russia and the United States being fought in the land of Ukraine? What's going on right now? Right? The war is escalating. And then China's like this, okay, we need our shit back because we're about to go spread these Americans thin by a multi-front war. Okay, he's going to mention, or he probably already did, that Russia went to Korea, which is another front. Okay, so multiple fronts. What does that do to America? It spreads them too thin, showcasing the fact that America is Rome 2.0. What happened to ancient Rome, the ancient Roman Empire? Well, they spread themselves too thin, their military, and then they were taken down from within, really.
Going to the grocery store? What grocery store? Taking your medicine? What medicine? Getting your water? Sorry, your water systems were hacked. Getting your garbage taken to the street? We apologize for this minor inconvenience, but those systems were hacked.
What is that? That is Satan. That's like as lightning falling from his heaven on earth. His heaven on earth, the shining city on the hill, was America. He is explaining America falling like lightning. Or who's sitting on top of the shining city? Well, he is. He was. Or he's supposed to be. This is his heaven. This is his kingdom. He's explaining how it's imploding from the inside. Right? Only Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see that. Jose Feliciano can all see what's going on right now. And the nigga can't. Right? The nigga is trying to get money in a system that no longer uses money. Okay? In their desperate attempt to keep this shebang afloat, they're trying to move to a digital system, and niggas are out trying to get dollars, chasing a bag, right? When your bag has holes in it, what does it mean that the bag has holes in it? It means that you're on CBDC, you're getting UBL, what is it? UBI, Universal Basic Income, that can be taken from you in a moment's notice. That's a bag with holes in it.
Continuity of government does not come into play until way after a disaster happens. Now, part of those continuity of government and infrastructure plans are things like telecommunications, water, garbage, services, each one of those things, ambulatory services,
police. You women, guess what? Your day is coming. Right? Your day is coming. Everything is about to change.
Police services.
Did you say police services? Say that again.
Garbage, services, each one of those things, ambulatory services, police services, they're going to protect the power, their water, and their politicians.
You didn't say women. Booty is coming back.
Now, until those areas are locked down and protected, you're vulnerable. That means inside of your house, what do you need? Do you have a CPAP machine? Do you have an oxygen generator? Do you have lights that your kids need on? Do you have water? Well, we know everybody needs water. The problem is Russia and China have both been linked to recent hacks against our water system. It is very simple for them to get into those systems and not only remotely release an amount of chemical that makes it dangerous for you to drink, they can stop the chemical release altogether, which is maybe even worse, because more people die of waterborne disease around our world every single year, then all
the thunder. Babylon is falling. We don't have to watch anymore of that. It's more of the same. Okay? Hey, we're under attack. What's going on the southern border down there? An invasion. Okay? Look at everything put together. You're on a multiple front war. Okay? It's not Ukraine that's fighting against Russia. It's the U.S. Right? It's not Taiwan that's fighting against China. It's the U.S. It's not South Korea that's fighting against North Korea. It's the U.S. Okay? What about Iran, Persia? It's not Israel that's going to do the fighting. And I mean those Israelis that are occupying our land. Right? It's the U.S. Can you not see the strategy here? All right. They know that you think the U.S. don't know that they've been spread thin. This is a war strategy. Somebody done studied Sun Tzu, right? And gave the credit to Sun Tzu, when really it's the Most High, right? The supreme warrior, not the ultimate warrior, the supreme warrior. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah is at work here. We're watching Satan fall as lightning from his heaven is being taken from him. The rug is being pulled right out from under his feet, right? What happens when somebody pulls a rug from out of your feet? What do? Well, what you do is you slightly go up, right? You get tripped, your feet come from under you, and then your head you rotate in the air right before you fall like lightning, and you land on your head, right? Reserve Bank of Slovakia. We don't need that. All right, we're good. All right, hey, so rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, right? We need to be rejoicing right now. What does this say? Revelation 12. Okay? Therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. That's talking about us. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Right? For the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. This devil knows he's being spread thin. He understands the strategy. But what is he going to do? He's going to yet durst fight. He doesn't have a choice. The Most High is making him, right, go through with this. He don't know. All right, man's goings are of the Lord, right? The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, this devil knows what's going on. He done been spread thin, and he knows that. It's just like Rome. All right, and we're watching. So what are we to do? All right, you better repent. If you haven't repented, right? Acknowledge your offense and pray for forgiveness. Nothing, at this point, nothing matters. Your life moving forward in Babylon doesn't even matter. That's what it means. They love not their lives unto the death. Right? Death shouldn't even scare you, right? If you're under Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, death doesn't even matter. A lot of people are going to die. Right? What is it? Second Thessalonians. What is it? Second Thessalonians. What is it? 4 and 11. Right now, is it first slot? me see. Uh, Lucky, bear with me. First Thessalonians 4:16. So lucky. Oh, I'm getting old. First Thessalonians 4:16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and the voice of the archangel. Vice versa. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for what's next. So, let's see. All right. So death shouldn't bother you. 17. Then we which are alive and remain, right, shall be caught up together with them. With who? With the dead in Hamashiach, right? They're going to be first on the chariot. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them. With who? With the dead in Hamashiach. So death, right? This devil got you afraid of death, right? So don't be afraid, right? Lean not unto your own understanding, right? Let the Most High do what the Most High is going to do, and it's all good, right? Lean not unto your own understanding. You got to trust in the Most High with all your heart, which is your mind, right? Because everything is there. It's all in place, and death shouldn't bother you, right? What happens if you're in this truth, you don't repent it, right? You've been sealed in your forehead. Hey, if you die, that doesn't mean you're not of the elect, right? This is the election, right? So what are we to do? Wherefore, comfort one another with, hey, don't worry about death. Don't worry about your life. You got to love it, not to the end. Salaki. What was that? That was, Salaki, bear with me. Trying to work this out. Love not their lives. Revelation 12 and 11, right? And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, right? And they loved not their lives unto death. These are the, whose testimony? Who's out there testifying? All right. Who overcame this devil? Who was out there pushing his word? Right? The prophets. Right? The elect. Or at this point, the hopeful elect. So, what's the point here? Don't worry about death. Right? Don't worry about death. In the, what is this? Oh, Berean. In the Berean, it says, and they did not love their lives so as to shy away from death. Right? Fuck this life. Right? You know that they're going to come after us. You know that they're going to demonize us, right? But for how long? This thing is falling like lightning. Uh, uh, Warp speed, as your boy DJ Trump said. These niggas are falling. Most High got his own Operation Warp Speed. Okay? So, this is a warning, right? Do what? Repent and be converted while you got 2 seconds, because this thing is going moving quick, right? It's moving fast. And like Skeletor just said, right? He said, the first American that gets shot, everything changes, right? That means this devil can take it to the next level, if you will. And he knows he has to do it because he's spread thin. This nigga is spread way too thin to be trying to wage World War III. It's not going to go well. All right. So with that, get your ducks in a row and be ready. And love not your life until death. It's a blessing. If the Most High takes you out while you're in Hamashiach, if he takes you out right now, right? That's a blessing, right? Because guess what? You'll be on that ship first, right? Meaning that you were of the elect. So when you know these things, death has no sting. Where is thy sting? Right? Where's that? Oh, great. Oh, death, right? Ain't no victory in it. Okay? O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? All right? You got no victory if the dead in Hamashiach rise first. What are we trying to do? We're trying to be alive, if you will, first in the kingdom on this side. That's the victory. So death has no victory. All right? So with that, we hope that the elect are edified. All right? Brothers and few sisters, with that, we can say Shabbat Shalom.